DEESLIMDAOG and Stay Solid is the movement. Praise be to the Most High. Yeah, we back with another one. But in life, it ain't no shortcuts, man. You just gotta stay down until you come up. You know, it's gonna be some times in this world that things gonna get bad, yo. Things gonna get bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Like the rain fall on the just as well as the unjust. I know you probably don't heard that like a million times from your preacher or your grandma or your auntie, if you ever grew up in a church or you familiar with the Bible. But basically, only thing that means is that means that, you know, bad things gonna happen to good people, man. Yeah, bad things gonna happen to good people. So you can't think it's strange when things don't go your way. That's a part of life, yo. And what I'm getting at is this. It's really, it ain't no shortcuts in life to nothing that you do. It ain't no shortcuts in these YouTube streets. And it ain't no shortcuts in the real streets, yo. You know, you gotta stay down until you come up, yo. And that's really the whole true goal. And that's just what it is, man. You gotta stay focused on yourself. You know, self-preservation is the #1 law. I tell y'all that all the time. You gotta focus and worry about yourself and saving you before you can save and help anybody else in this world, man. And it ain't no shortcuts, yo. You know, you know, and I'm just gonna keep it real. You know, a part of my testimony, I feel like I don't try everything that the devil can give a man to do in this world. You know, I started going to jail at a young age. You know, I jumped off the porch and started selling crack cocaine at a young age. You know, I started getting involved in a whole bunch of, you know, demonic stuff, you know, running the street and stuff like that, you know, with the guys at a young age, man, you know, trying to take shortcuts in life. And it didn't get me nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, shameful things that was a part of my testimony, you know, that was very shameful as me being a grown man now, that my license, I tell people all the time that in my life that my license was suspended for almost 20 years. And I know that might sound crazy to y'all, but that's why I always speak on accountability, because I had to go through a lot of stuff just to be where I'm at today. You know, just a little bit of where I'm at today, yo. I had to sacrifice and learn to be accountable for my life just to get here where I'm at today, man. Because I tried to take a lot of shortcuts in my young life, yo. And guess what happened? I had to pay for them. I speak on karma a lot. Because, yo, nobody never get away with nothing we do, man. When you take shortcuts, it seems like you're going to win. It might appear that you're going to win, but in the long run, only thing you do, it cripples you. It cripples you, man. When you have hard times, you try to take shortcuts, because when shit get hard for you, yo, you know what I mean? You ain't going to be able to figure shit out. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep it real with you, though. So when you go through things in life, man, you got to remember that God had never put nothing on me or you that you can't bear. That's why there's a lot of times in this world that certain things that you never been through, because the Most High is the best of planners. He know that certain situations you can't handle. So when we find ourselves in situations that seem like that unbearable, that we just can't make it, no. Believe me, man, God is always watching. And if you go through something, you're going through something for a reason, and it's a lesson. And believe me, if you really could not handle that, you wouldn't go through it, man. But you got to just stay down, yo. You got to stay down until you come up, man. Like I said, my license was suspended. And at that time of my life, you know, I wasn't really living right. My eyes wasn't open. You know what I mean? I wasn't really like communicating with God the way that I feel I should be. It wasn't about me being perfect, you know, but it was about me having a real relationship with God. But my license was suspended, man. And I was focusing on every other thing, you know, in life, except the real things that I should be. But when I really got focused, man, and I got tired of bumping my head a million times, because we truly never change, man, until you just get tired of keep on bumping your head. You get tired of like walking in circles and nothing is changing. And then you start seeing that, damn, you know what? I've been through this, I've been through that. Then you're gonna start to look at yourself. And when your eyes open, that's when accountability gonna start to click in. You know, and that's what life is about, man. When you start to really look at your life and you look at yourself and you start to take accountability for your own self and your own actions and your own decisions, believe it or not, man, everything gonna begin to change for you, though, man. And that's just how life is, yo. Life gonna be hard for you. This life. You know what I mean? If this shit came easy, yo, then guess what? Everybody will be chilling. Everybody be cooling. But then when calamity strike, nobody wouldn't know how to survive. But it's no shortcuts to this shit, man. Even doing this YouTube, yo, it ain't no shortcuts to it. Everybody gonna start with 0 subscribers. Same thing in life. Everybody get the same 24 hours in a day. So in life, it's not about you being rich or not about you being poor. It's about really do you know how to survive through life. And that's what matters the most, man. So when times get hard for you, when times get bad for you, you got to remember, man, that God got your back and he'll never put nothing on you that you can bear, man. But don't try to take shortcuts in this world, yo. You can't try to take shortcuts in this world, because when you try to take shortcuts in this world, you know what I'm saying, all it is like cheating on the test in school, man. You know, what's going to happen is, yeah, you might cheat and you might pass the class that time, but when you get out here in the real world, you know what I'm saying, you ain't going to know how to survive, man. So, you know, don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's all about embracing your situation. And remember this, it's all about manifestation. You know, life and death is the behold of the tongue. And I speak of that all the time, man. You know, you speak your life into what you want it to be, things into existence. So don't say you homeless. Don't say you broke. You know, speak life into your situation, man. You got to tell yourself that you're going to boss up. You got to tell yourself that you're going to you got a mansion and you got you the best car or whatever you want. You got to speak these things into existence, man. And that's just how life is, man. If you speak down on yourself, you're going to stay broke and you ain't going to never have nothing, man. But if you speak highly of yourself and you take and trust God at his word, everything going to happen for you, man. It ain't no shortcuts in life, man. And you just got to stay down till you come up. And if anybody need any coaching sessions, you can get at me at therealdSlimDaog@gmail.com, Instagram DSlimDaog, Cash App $DEBOY10, man. Thanks, and I appreciate y'all in advance. But stay down, man. Trust God and just stay down till you come up. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself first. You know what I mean? Make sure you value yourself, and the rest is history, man. But that's all I got on this one. Until the next time, knowledge is power. Stay solid, it's the movement. Y'all stay solid, stay blessed. Peace and shalom.